Good morning, the board of Mega X. My name is Kevin Wang, and as the creative director of our company, I am here to tell you that the industry is changing and we are getting left behind. Currently, the embodied energy used throughout the construction, operation, and demolition of buildings contribute the largest share of global energy use at 36%. Recent years, we have seen a massive trend in consumer awareness and regulation changes within the industry, especially with previous negative feedback towards our country's attitude in this area. It is about time us, Mega X, as a giant in the forefront of Melbourne's development, lead the charge towards sustainability with our 2024 campaign, Mycelium Miracle. Currently, the industry is posed with the pressing challenge of finding sustainable building materials. Today, I present you the answer: mushrooms. Well, technically, mycelium refers to the three-dimensional interwoven filamentous network that fungi produce to bind organic matter such as sawdust, soil, straw, and wheat. Serving as a natural adhesive, this property can be exploited to cement substrates, forming solid, load-bearing forms, advancing to be the future within the development industry. And in the summer of 2024, Melbourne will be the first Australian city to experience a mycelium miracle. The concept involves three unique responses at our three unique sites. Across 30 days in January, our three sites, Fed Square, Melbourne Central, and the District Docklands, will be transformed with workshops and installations showcasing the direction of Mega X through mycelium technology. Connecting these three sites, Fed Square will be the forefront of the expo, hosting a large-scale installation of my mycelium-based building. Melbourne Central will be transformed into an art exhibition, and the district will run a hands-on workshop. Fed Square, a place of gathering that has continuously to capture the hearts of Melbourne. In 2024, we'll step up in the footsteps of New York City, in specific, the outdoor exhibition space of the Museum of Modern Art. Using the Hi-Fi Tower as a case study, the tower secured the Young Architects Award, standing at 40 feet in height and is composed of over 10,000 mycelium-based bricks with a carbon footprint of close to net zero. Designed by David Benjamin of the New York architectural firm, the project was a part of MoMA's Young Architectural Program displayed in the middle of Midtown Manhattan. Similar to this project, reaching out and confirming the interest of architectural grad classes within Melbourne Uni, RMIT, Monash, and Deakin University, I propose a Mega X Sustainable Development Competition. 6 months before the launch date, Master's Architecture students at the unis will be tasked to work in groups to create an innovative and creative built structure based around mycelium technology. And the winning design will be displayed in our Federation Square along with future employment possibilities at our company. Mycelium technology will serve as 2024's design theme. However, if run successfully, this can extend to an annual competition with a changing theme of sustainable technology each year. Now, Melbourne Central. While Fed Square is able to host large-scale projects in the center spotlight with its space and outdoor nature, the indoor space at Melbourne Central will respond well to artistic interpretations of this emerging material. It is proposed that the area is transformed into an art exhibition of the winning entries from the mentioned universities. The shockwaves mycelium technology sends extends beyond the construction and development industry. Following are just some contemporary artists and designers that have interwoven these organic fibers into art and fashion. Recently, in 2021, an Indonesian company named Microtech, collaborating with Doublet, a leading streetwear fashion brand from Japan, has created a patented leather growing technique which requires less water, less carbon emissions, and eliminating harmful chemicals. This was showcased in Paris Fashion Week, followed by huge success. Other examples of artists includes the work of Philip Ross, one of the pioneers in terms of artistic expression of mycelium. In a makeshift workshop within his home, Ross utilized simple, rugged tools along with a wheelbarrow to create these mushroom furniture, now selling for $3,000 a piece. Responding to the criticism of Melbourne Central lacking the artistic flair of the rest of the city, Mycelium Miracle would transform the space into an art exhibition, extending the Mega X Sustainable Development Competition out to fine art and fashion students at the previously mentioned unis, and showcasing the winning entries. And lastly, the District Docklands. A DIY hands-on workshop will be held during off-peak hours, responding to the identity of the venue, as the district is characterized by a larger space, indoor and outdoor areas, a large family demographic, and a criticism of a lack of community-based events. During off-peak hours, families and shoppers at the district will be able to get their hands on their own piece of this technology of the future, molding and making their own mycelium bricks from locally collected waste products. The process is simple, as the people of Melbourne will shape the substrate into their design forms before we collect them and process it at our partnering biotech labs. In terms of supply of the mycelium technology, I've already been in contact with established biotech companies within the industry. To list a few of the prominent options, Microtech is an Indonesian startup specializing in mycelium construction. This is the same accredited company listed before in the Paris Fashion Week Mycelium Leather, along with many other awards and accomplishments. Other options for suppliers include an Australian-based company named Ecovative, founded in 2007. Similarly, the company has credentials in mycelium technology, but in broader areas such as beauty, fashion, and food. Partnering with these biotech companies as such, they will provide the facilities and resources such as the spore specimens, heating equipment, and molds for the contestant within our design comp. Looking into the personnel recruited, as mentioned before, the designers of our art installation and exhibition will come at free of cost from our partnerships with the mentioned universities. There will be approximately a team of 8 for the Fed Square project and 12 selected individual winners for the art exhibition. For the installation of the winning design, a subcontract will be handed out to a small-scale construction group. Management of the program, and specifically the judges of the competition, can be allocated within an internal board of our company, including CEO, CFO, and creative directors. However, we will also gain third-party specialties from specialists in terms of sustainable development and art. In terms of communication or how are we getting our idea out to the public, we can utilize our own advertising space in our venues. This includes the newly installed screens in Melbourne Central, along with the digital display facade in Fed Square. The process of the students developing and building the installation and artworks will be filmed to create a final marketing expo for our event. Now having a look at the hypothetical timeline. Some of the key dates and obstacles involved selecting the winning design by November and immediately starting the construction. This leaves us with 2 months for the organization and installation of the winning design in Fed Square. Within the first week of January, the workshop in the district should aim for completion, therefore having all 3 sites ready for the launch on the 10th of January. The expo will run for 3 weeks before dismantling and recycling the materials used at the end of the month. A rough budget has also been drafted, with the main costs coming from our contract with the selected biotech supplier. Apart from that, our second highest cost comes from the external building contract for the construction of the Fed Square design. Although hypothetically, this concept will potentially bring in big investments from overseas and local companies, thereby offsetting all costs. However, paying for the operation of the event will certainly be covered by the $25,000 budgeted. Now looking into the risks and opportunities. Some of the limited risks include the health and safety during these events, such as the strong heat during January for the audience. However, this could be offset by providing hydration stations and first aid tents. Mycelium is safe as a substrate. However, sometimes the sawdust and the substrate can sometimes mold. But this will be combated with the low humidity and heat in the summer. Furthermore, safety risks for uni students can also be offsetted from liability forms, excluding our company in the liability of safety. It is also evident that the opportunities mainly outweigh the risks. We are here for large investments with Mega X defining our brand and stepping out of the shadows. The workshop at the district will run outside of peak hours from 9 to 3, with thereby complementing nearby retail stores and restaurants. Fed Square and Melbourne Central bring in people complementing Melbourne Central retail, while we are also helping out universities with practical experience. In conclusion, we have been in the shadows for too long. This January, Mega X will take its first step out into the public. And now let's make sure that first step is a step in the right direction. Thank you for listening.